It's been a while since you've docked here, eh? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. Oh, it must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade has been bad for everyone. Your manifest says it's been 2 months since you last came here. It's become much worse since your last trip. Military checkpoints are everywhere. Could be. Our space forces have been in full readiness ever since the space battle in orbit. Tensions are running high. All Republic vessels must be searched, and the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. But ever since the Republic fired on our space forces, things have been even slower. Bad days. Bad days. And things are getting worse. I'd get out of the system quickly if I were your friend. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. Don't lose it. They're priceless right now. If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before things get worse. There's strict food and water rationing. General Vaklu's troops have been very thorough in finding Republic dissidents. Bombing's very common. If you want to leave... Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport visa. I know one captain already who can't get back into the starport.
I can't believe the Republic assaulted our space forces. Forget about secession, we should declare war. General Vaklu is royalty too. I know a lot of people that wish he was king.
In the latest news today, the Onderon Space Force has confirmed that a Republic military craft initiated the space battle over our planet. Sources inside the military say the first shots of the massive battle were fired by the Republic vessel, the Ebon Hawk. The Ebon Hawk is a capital-class vessel and it destroyed 15 Onderon military fighters before being destroyed by Colonel Tobin's forces. Queen Talia is expected to make an announcement later today. Whether her support of the Republic will falter due to this attack is unknown. The Republic stated deadlocked on how to proceed in the wake of the Paragus disaster. Scientific experts indicate that if the fuel problem isn't solved, then the Telosian restoration project is in grave jeopardy. Paragus station requires constant fuel, reported one senior scientist. Over time, its orbit will degrade and it will crash into the atmosphere. Many political careers are tied to the success or failure of the TRP. If it falls, there could be a major shift in power in the Republic Senate. One of the greatest mysteries in recent memory is the dissolution of the Jedi Order. Today, Republic intelligence analysts have released a declassified report that sheds new light into this mystery. It is public knowledge that the Jedi Order suffered extreme casualties during the Jedi Civil War, but the new intelligence report indicates evidence of even greater casualties after the war. Murders, accidents, and the Mira Luca tragedy had a profound impact on the number of Jedi. The report claims that there are even bounties on the remaining Jedi. The report concluded that the Jedi Order may be completely extinct now. Whether this was coincidence or conspiracy is still unknown. After last month's spectacular explosion of the South Quarter mining refinery, Queen Talia hasn't made a single public appearance. Security in the Royal Palace has been increased to unprecedented levels. Senior royal officials have claimed that the explosion was one of 3 recent assassination attempts. Many citizens have criticized Queen Talia's absence during these increasingly unstable times. In the latest news today, the Onderon Space Force has
Halt, off-worlder. You'll have to answer some questions before you go into the city. What is your business on Iziz? Why not? I can see you have no crates or cargo, and your ship is obviously not affiliated with the Republic. You're free to go. Don't lose your starport visa, otherwise you won't be leaving for a long while.
I think Vaklu is using Republic spies as an excuse to intimidate anybody that would oppose him.
That space battle has caused hell with our schedules. Our quotas for shipments are going to be late again.
General Vaklu was an underground resistance leader during the Mandalorian occupation. He's a real hero. The merchant quarter is mostly safe. Other parts of the city have had real trouble. The soldiers in the merchant quarter are too loyal to the Queen. Is everybody except me blind?
Fair winds to you, Offworlder. Is it too much to hope that you are a Telosian merchant? These beasts you see here are for delivery to Telos, but the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long searches. So the city is stacked with caged beasts waiting for their ships. We have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still fill the city. For Drexel and Ryder, the Ithorians brought wealth and prosperity. Our settlements prospered. But now, they have been kept in their cages for a long time. Yet at times, I feel as if something else is affecting them, frightening them. Perhaps it is the city itself. Iziz has fallen upon dark times, and tensions run high in the streets. These beasts you see here are for but the I am a beast rider. I have flown great distances gathering the animals you see here. We keep hoping that Ithorians or Telosians get through the Space Force's searches so that we can sell them. Telos was attacked by Darth Maul in the Jedi Civil War. The surface was completely destroyed. The Ithorians have been searching for appropriate wildlife to create a new Telos, but their merchants are stalled by the blockade. Calm. What? Run! The bomber is out of control! I don't know what to say. I've heard stories, but I assumed that they were fledgling riders, or simply tales that grow in the telling. Not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. I apologize profusely. Here, I give you these credits for the danger I put you in. Absolutely not. But recently, things are not as they were. The beasts grow more agitated by the day. The stories say that the smoldering fires of city politics cast a smoke they can smell and breathe. They revert to their primal instincts, as As you've just seen, when they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. As soon as I leave here, I will talk with my family. There is much to be discussed. Please keep them. It salves the shame my beast's behavior has brought me.
You're already cleared to enter the merchant quarter. Now move along.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? This terminal is restricted to military personnel only.
The Republic has spies and operatives that are causing havoc in our city. If they keep it up...
I'm Captain Galisi, Off-Worlder. If you want to pass here, I'll need to see your starport visa.
Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here quickly.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for Iziz Calm.
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks for interrogation.
But, well, you can't be serious. You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking at? This is none of your business.
Please, ma'am, help me. Vaklu's troops won't listen. I'm just a journalist, not a spy.
Warrants. General Vaklu passed an edict giving the military broad authority to detain and question anyone suspected of treasonous activity. It was specifically meant for us to pick up spies like this before they could leave Iziz or go underground. That is classified military information. Men, let him go. We'll be back with a court order. Then we'll take him to the barracks. And you should watch yourself. You don't want to be known for siding with people like him.
I don't know how to thank you. I'm getting out of Iziz now. Eventually they'll come back for me. After that, I have a feeling no one will hear from me again. Thank you.
Please, Captain, help me. My children and I are desperate to get off of Onderon. Do you have an open starport visa? My husband was killed by General Vaklu's troops. Our home was seized, and we were cast out. We have seen many wars on Iziz, and I know war is coming. I want to spare my children from bloodshed. I've told you our story. Please, won't you help us? My husband, he was part of the Iziz Council. He was a strong supporter of the Queen and the Republic. His views weren't always popular. Over time, he became convinced that Vaklu was trying to kill Queen Talia. He tried to kill Vaklu to protect the Queen. The conspiracy was discovered, and he was shot during the arrest. What he did was wrong, and our life has been so difficult since then. I just want to get off this planet and start a new life. Please, help us. No one else will.
You have the look of someone used to adversity. Cut above the rabble around here. I have a business proposition for you. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. Very touching how well they act out their lies. For truths? It doesn't matter, really. What does matter is credits. Hard currency. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an open starport visa. You won't find a better deal. Does it matter? Truly matter? No. I have no sad story. I just know people who will pay a great deal for an open starport visa. The credits are your share of my profits. The visas are very rare. I have a feeling you may come across one. Ask someone who cares about that. Iziz has suffered for many years. The strongest of us are accustomed to it now. I only know of one person who might offer something comparable. And what's going on there is illegal. I'm a legitimate trader, so there's no risk. There's only one thing ultimately more important than money, and that's your life. If she's trouble, I wouldn't deal with her. I want nothing to do with her. If you want to get involved with that sort of person, you'll have to figure it out on your own. No, I don't think so. It's really very simple. We don't have anything more to talk about, unless you get an extra visa.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Off-Worlder. How can I assist you? That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Iziz is an ancient city, and for many generations, our main enemy was the Beast Riders that lived outside the city. Towers like these were built to protect us against Drexel and their Beast Riders. A Drexel is a flying beast. Huge creatures with teeth the size of your arms. Lethal, and skin like ferrosteel plates. Somehow the Beast Riders figured out how to tame them years ago. About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Orin Kira. That was right at the start of the Beast Wars. By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen, and finally there was peace between our people. It's hard to put aside centuries of conflict. There's an uneasiness between our people. The Beast Riders are upset that General Vaklu has forbidden Drexel in Iziz. Citizens usually only see the fallen Beast Riders, who know better than thugs. Certainly, things are quiet right now. I have some time. What do you want to talk about? Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Iziz. These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements. I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. There are plenty of people who'd like nothing more than to talk about it. Times are too complex for a simple soldier like myself. Sometimes I made the mistake of answering questions honestly. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that disrespecting the rank. Do that too many times and it's not long before you're a civilian. The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city, and everyone wants to share their particular view of what's going on. Opinions are like Gizka around here. They breed like mad. Stay out of trouble.
going to have to find another source of cheap fuel now that Paragus is gone.
I heard the Paragus mining facility was completely destroyed. What are we going to do for fuel? I can't believe the Republic assaulted our space forces.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the spaceport, right? But this is good news! You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers ensure that I don't forget these formalities.
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed. Pretend he isn't here. General Vaklu is concerned about well-armed insurgents. They've had to get arms from somewhere. Not from me, of course, but all sales of weapons have been severely restricted. I can only sell to off-worlders like you that have the proper clearance. And now off-worlders can't come here because of the blockade and searches, but it's a wise policy. Of course, soldiers are only doing their job. Even if it puts me out of business, I am happy. Even if I'm forced to live off scraps in the street, I am so happy to do my part. Long live General Vaklu! Oh, everything is great here. We're all very happy. So very happy. Large variety of weapons. My stock is very good. You might want to buy some before the general decides he needs more blasters. Then weapon merchants like myself have the honor of providing them to him at a substantial discount, even below what it costs us. We do it happily, or else.
Or else what, Keg?
Or else we are very unhappy at not being able to do our part.
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia.
Back General Vaklu in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart. Its Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us, have disbanded. Let's be the first world to take our future into our hands. Are you with me? Yes, you! It is up to each and every one of us to turn the tide, to take control of our future. No, they take from us. They are like Minox, sucking energy and resources from so many worlds. They bleed us for their bureaucracy and their excesses.
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier. But I'll keep my peace. For now.
General Vaklu is royalty too. I know a lot of people that wish he was king.
These are dangerous times. People like Ponlar aren't making it any easier.
Unnecessary observation. You are eliminating many of us Jedi, but such actions only delay the inevitable, annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. and bring about the termination of hostilities. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Systems failing, Master.
Wanabota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalitva. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Dahupa o sakurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune. Gavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanji yuma.
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachi. Kati mogo krabo. Drum pabanakaras mangra. Klalavadumba kumpaile mokata.
Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata.
Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalithba. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Gavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanji yuma. Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata.
Fereki mangra dunoko herete jun sombo marampi no su clela sobuto. Cristocho entissime soto.
Taracho mosincho cavavolpa muligi kumanaminta barawamba michedos. Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata.
Ondalal no saga. Drum pabanakaras mangra. Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalithba. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Variki, mangra, do cha skrini do pat. Slime nunqua hiriti, criscorcha wintisi mesoto. Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata.
Dawancha mori konsova. Mawani dinchori kitsodu sobarenwa. Dorchine sobawata.
Unta chiwita inka ki Kreia na chawanga kone.
Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalithba. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Dahupa o sakurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
The sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Stay clear of here, Offworlder. The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are allowed past this point. I will let you... No, you're not permitted past this point. I suggest you move along, Offworlder, before you test my patience any further. I'm the one in charge here, Offworlder. If you try to get past me, then you'll have the entire Iziz garrison on you in seconds. I am Captain Bastuco. I have served loyally in the Onderon military for 20 years.
20 years would mean you were here during the Mandalorian Wars, right?
I was a soldier when the Mandalorians took our world, and I fought in the Resistance. When we drove them from Onderon, I served on the Wall for 10 years after.
You mean after the Jedi drove the Mandalorians from Onderon? The Mandalorians never gave ground to any Onderon soldier.
Such of you could be considered treason. Onderon was responsible for much of the fighting during the last days of the war. Without General Vaklu, the Republic would have fallen. The Wall is the barrier between Iziz and the Onderon wilderness. For hundreds of years, we kept the city free of beasts and beast rider scum. The greatest honor for an officer is to serve on the Wall. Many aspire to the post, but few are worthy of it. General Vaklu is my superior officer, and I respect the chain of command. He kept the Resistance alive when the Mandalorians were destroying our world.
The sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Move along.
This terminal isn't for off-worlders, or civilians for that matter. I suggest you back away.
Tinachara, Granacha, Galopiso, Torando Kani, Terando Nosh Miwana Hoto, Rakichi Sa, Donacinto Norokipa Shakani, Rakichi Sa, Donacinto Norokipa Shakani, Dakosha, Nichotono, Ponta Chokorzola, Gotashjuna Rananashani, Visitisa Chula, Jumkarataka, Chonobograwe, Katia Bahasanchan, Honka Kilikun.